Alright, I read this one. I wonder what's on TV. Today on Vision All Access, we got a great show for you where we're going to be looking at the 4 top primetime superhero shows from DC. Now, DC's gotten a lot of bad press recently from their Batman v Superman movie that kicked off their whole cinematic universe. But if there's one thing that DC has made abundantly clear, it's that the TV shows stand on their own. They have no connection to the movie universe, and they've taken off extremely well. So let's kick things off with The Legends of Tomorrow.
In 2166, an immortal tyrant named Vandal Savage conquered the world and murdered my wife and child. I have assembled an elite team to hunt him throughout time and stop his rise to power. Unfortunately, my plan is opposed by the body I'd sworn my allegiance to, the Time Masters. In the future, my friends may not be heroes, but if we succeed, they will be remembered as legends.
So Legends of Tomorrow has an all-star cast on it. We've got Martin Stein and Jack Jackson that make up Firestorm, Ray Palmer who makes up Atom, the Time Master himself, Rip Hunter, Sarah Lance, the White Canary, Kendra Saunders is Hawkgirl, Mick Rory and Leonard Snart, Heatwave and Captain Cold. This is epic. Kicking off my favorites, we gotta talk about the fact that there is that massive cast and that they can play off one another, creating multiple story arcs, different confrontations, as well as, really you don't know? It's called Playboy, Penthouse, read a book. A bigger cast equals more to work with. That's just how it goes, as long as you do it right. Second favorite thing about DC's Legends of Tomorrow is the fact that they can travel back and forth through time. You can go to the swinging 60s, or you can go back to the wild, wild west, or even go fast forward into the future and check out a post-apocalyptic version. I don't know, maybe something out of Blade Runner. DC's Legends of Tomorrow has something for basically every time fetish you have. No, not that kind of fetish, put that down. This is also a show that has a very interesting dynamic within the team because 2 of the characters are actually villains. That's right, you heard me. They are villains. Captain Cold and Heatwave are from the Flash TV show, and when they entered this team, I was flabbergasted to say the least. Memo to self, look for a dictionary for more words other than flabbergasted. Lines between good and evil aren't clearly drawn in this series. You don't know, is Captain Cold and Heatwave going to turn against the team? Are the 2 going to turn forces on each other? Or better yet, are they going to work so well with the team that it creates a powerful dynamic that just cannot be stopped? You just don't know. I know I'm geeking out right now, but that's how good this show is. I've really grown attached to it. Personal favorite character, this might shock you, it's not one of the heroes, it's one of the villains. My favorite character in this show is Mick Rory, Heatwave. Mick Rory is not just a pyromaniac, he actually has many different layers to himself. I'm really interested to see where they take Mick Rory's character that they haven't already. My verdict? I'm gonna have to say the jury's still out on Legends of Tomorrow, but so far it's looking great as long as they walk that line very straight and true. Next we got Superman's all-star cousin, Supergirl.
When I was a child, my planet Krypton was dying. I was sent to Earth to protect my cousin. But my pod got knocked off course, and by the time I got here, my cousin had already grown up and become Superman. And so I hid my powers, until recently when an accident forced me to reveal myself to the world. To most people, I'm an assistant at Catco Worldwide Media. But in secret, I work with my adoptive sister for the DEO to protect my city from alien life and anyone else that means to cause it harm. I am Supergirl.
Now, Supergirl has almost wrapped up its first season, and it stars Melissa Benoist. I have to say, I'm not totally sold on her as Supergirl. The show's pretty good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not sold on her. I have to say I'm really excited about the fact that there's actually a female-oriented superheroine. My favorite incarnation of her has to be Laura Vandervoort from Smallville. She was amazing. She kicked ass. She even threw Superman around a couple of times. She just didn't let anything stop her, and that's where I think Melissa Benoist really needs to take her character of Supergirl in season 2 if this is really going to keep going. Don't really have a really big list of favorites aside from my favorite character, who I'll mention, the Martian Manhunter. Loved his shape-shifting ability, and his origin story is very, very close to Superman's. He's the last surviving member of his race from Mars. This character is so awesome that in my eyes, he actually overshadows Supergirl. She's a star of the show, you can't have that. So I do know Supergirl is being taken up for a second season. I really hope they work on her character development and introduce some more kick-ass from her, because so far I'm not 100% sold. So verdict, jury's still out. Now this next one, definitely my all-time favorite out of the 4. Welcome to The Flash.
My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. When I was a child, I saw my mother killed by something impossible. My father went to prison for her murder. Then an accident made me the impossible. To the outside world, I'm an ordinary forensic scientist, but secretly, I use my speed to fight crime and find others like me. And one day, I'll find who killed my mother and get justice for my father. I am the Flash.
What more can I say? This series really proved itself in the first season. They're just wrapping up their second one. They have great visuals, amazing plot, twists and turns. They have incredible character development. And one of my favorite things about this show is the villains they introduce, like Reverse Flash or Zoom. These villains really set up the hero for some major falls, but also some amazing triumphs. It's like that old adage says, if you want to have a great hero, you have to have a great villain. The two go hand in hand, and this show does it perfectly.
I'm geeking out over The Flash. I love it. It's a great series.
Now, my favorite character from this series, Harrison Wells. Hands down. I like The Flash, and he's definitely a close second, but honestly, favorite character would have to be Tom Cavanaugh's Harrison Wells. Tom Cavanaugh brings his character to life in ways that not many other people could. Now, season 2 is about to end, and the question is it getting season 3? Fuck yeah! Absolutely, it's getting season 3, and I can't wait for it. My verdict on this show, in case I even need to say it, is absolutely. Watch it, download it. If you're already watching it, go watch it again. If you haven't started watching it, what are you doing? Stop this video right now and go watch The Flash. Then come back and finish off the video. It's that good. Last but not least, we have to hand it to the show that started off all the spin-offs, Arrow.
My name is Oliver Queen. For 5 years, I was stranded on an island with only one goal: survive.
Oliver Queen is alive.
Now I will fulfill my father's dying wish to use the list of names he left me and bring down those who are poisoning my city. To do this, I must become someone else. I must become something else.
Now, Arrow is the one that got everyone started on this superhero DC bandwagon on TV. When I first heard the news that Stephen Amell was being cast for this role, I absolutely lost my shit.
Wait a minute, they're replacing Justin Hartley as Green Arrow? What? No! No! It's...
They were just going for a different tone, and if I was closed-minded, I probably would have missed out on all of these shows if I didn't give Arrow a chance. Arrow is awesome. Stephen Amell is awesome. The guy's training regimen is pretty damn crazy. It's pretty awesome. Favorite parts of the show would have to be practical effects as well as real action. Second thing I like, and what really drew me to the storyline in the first place, was it's got a dark tone, but a healthy dark tone. This Green Arrow is about the mission. Not to say it doesn't have some funny, humorous parts in it, and even some campy stuff, but it's just all around awesome. My only con would have to be the lack of character development and the repeats of character development in season 3. Seasons 1 and 2, awesome, and season 4 is more than making up for a lackluster season 3. If I'm keeping the trend of my favorite character being other than the main character, which so far I've done this video, I'm gonna have to end it off to John Barrowman, who plays the character Malcolm Merlin. He is awesome. He delivers a satisfying, dark tone and never take your eye off him. That's all I'm gonna say. John Barrowman, you've done a wonderful job. You're almost up to Tom Cavanaugh, Harrison Wells level. Not yet though, but keep on doing an amazing job. Now, has Arrow been registered for season 5? Of course, it's amazing. Haven't you been paying attention? Verdict? This is definitely worth your PVR space. Plays on CW as well as CTV. I highly recommend watching it. If you need to get caught up, both Arrow and The Flash are on the Crave TV, so get yourself a subscription and get caught up. Thanks for watching Vision All Access. If you like this video and the stuff I've brought up, please drop a like. Don't forget to comment. Here are my handles, Facebook and Twitter, in case you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with what's going on with the show. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button. It's the only thing you can hit in life that's not going to hit you back. Thanks for tuning in to Vision All Access, and I'll see you guys later.